Welcome to Neuropulse. Most of us wake up, grab our phones, and immediately flood our brains with dopamine and artificial light. But what if I told you that? The most powerful tool to control your energy, your mood, and your sleep is completely free, and it is waiting for you just outside your door. I am talking about morning sunlight. This isn't just a feel-good habit. In today's deep dive, we are exploring the hardcore neurobiology of the circadian rhythm. We will analyze how specific neurons in your eyes signal your brain to release cortisol in the morning and precisely how this sets a timer for melatonin 16 hours later. If you struggle with focus, anxiety, or insomnia, this is the most important biological lesson you will ever learn. Let's look at the biology. Your retina, the back of your eye, is not just for seeing trees and faces. It is actually a part of your central nervous system, literally an extension of your brain. Inside the retina, there are specialized cells called melanopsin-containing retinal ganglion cells. These cells are not responsible for your vision. They are light sensors. They are specifically tuned to detect a very particular quality of light that only exists when the sun is low in the sky, what we call the low-angle sunlight. When these photons hit your eyes, they send an immediate electrical signal to a cluster of neurons called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or the SCN. This is your brain's master clock. Once the SCN is activated, it triggers a massive hormonal shift. It orders the adrenal glands to release a healthy pulse of cortisol. Now, we often think of cortisol as a stress hormone, but in the morning, it is your alertness hormone. It wakes up your organs, clears your brain fog, and, this is the most important part, it starts a countdown. It tells your brain, okay, 16 hours from now, it is time to be tired. So how do you actually implement the Neuropulse protocol? It's simple, but the details matter. First, timing. You must get outside within 30 to 60 minutes of waking. Waiting until 11 a.m. or noon is too late. The sun's angle has changed, and the blue-yellow contrast your brain needs is gone. Second, the glass problem. This is where most people fail. You cannot do this through a window. Why? Because glass filters out the specific wavelengths of blue light required to activate those retinal ganglion cells. Even clear windows can increase the time required by 50 times. If it takes 5 minutes outside, it would take 250 minutes behind a window. Get outside. Third, the cloud factor. Many people ask, what if it's cloudy? On a bright, clear day, 5 minutes is enough. On a cloudy day, you need about 15 to 20 minutes. If it's very dark and rainy, stay out for 30 minutes. Even on a rainy day, there are more photons coming through the clouds than there are in your brightest office light. What about sunglasses? Do not wear them during this protocol. You need those photons to hit your eyes. Of course, never look directly at the sun. That will damage your retinas. Just look toward the east, blink normally, and let the ambient light do the work. What if you wake up before the sun is out? If you are an early riser, turn on the brightest artificial lights in your house to start the wake-up process. But as soon as the sun rises, get outside. Artificial light is a supplement, but it is never a replacement for the power of the sun. The science is clear. Viewing light late in the day or at night has the opposite effect. It destroys your dopamine levels and crushes your immune system. But by getting that morning light pulse, you are protecting yourself against the negative effects of late-night light. If you do this consistently for just 3 days, you will notice a massive shift. Your metabolism will improve, your mood will stabilize, and your sleep will become a deep, restorative process. You are finally aligning your ancient biology with the modern world. At Neuropulse, we don't just give you motivation, we give you the biological protocols to master your life. If you want to dive deeper into the science of human performance, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Unlock the power of your nervous system. I'll see you in the next Pulse.